Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Milk Thistle podcast. My name is Kate. I will be your host for today in this podcast about craftiness. Basically, it's about knitting. I also crochet. I've started sewing a little bit, hand stitching, not anything overly fancy. And yeah, so basically it's just about the crafty things I create. Today is Monday the 19th of September and I am coming to, in 2016, and I am coming to you from the east coast of Australia, where I live, and where I am currently suffering from autumn envy. It is ramping up towards summer here. Luckily, it's chilly. Sorry, there's a window. It's still chilly in the morning and then the evening here, but basically the days are sunnier and brighter and warmer, which isn't a bad thing, but I have been envious of everybody in the northern hemisphere who is getting all their autumn or fall goodness in. They are drinking pumpkin spice lattes, which I love. I don't even like coffee, but I just love the pumpkin spice deliciousness. They are knitting heavier jumpers or sweaters and all kinds of good stuff that they'll be able to wear soon, and that's all I want to knit. And I'm not going to be able to wear anything knitted soon unless it is cotton or linen and airy and open, because summer in Australia is hot, but a lot of fun as well. So, but I'm definitely a winter baby, so yeah, wishing that I was going into winter, not summer, but that's okay. Sorry to ramble on a bit. If you are returning and you have seen one of my podcasts before, thank you so much for coming back. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy. Feel free to leave any feedback. You can find me on Instagram as Milk Thistle Fiber Arts, and there is also a Ravelry group if you want to chat on that forum. It is the Milk Thistle Podcast group. So you just go to the group tabs and search Milk Thistle Podcast and it will pop up. Apart from that, feel free to leave comments below or whatever works easiest for you. Basically today I will be talking about my knitting projects, what I finished, what I'm working on, what I'm daydreaming about, what I want to finish but can't find the ball of wool for later. Anyway, let's start with what I'm wearing at the moment. So since my last podcast, I finished my Freshwater Shawl, which is a pattern by Andrea Mowry and Annie Roden. And I'll take it off so you can see it. It is beautiful. There was a hold up in finishing it because I had to order more wool to finish up just the very, very ends. But it is super pretty. I'm very happy with how it blocked out. It is nice and long. And yeah, it's like arm length and then a little. Sorry, wingspan and a little. But I really like it. I knit it out of Malabrigo sock. The blue color is Persia and the variegated autumnal rainbow is Arco Iris. Yeah, it came out beautifully. I'm so happy with it, and it is just cold enough to justify wearing it with, no sleeves on underneath. I am still in Australia, but I'm in love. I'm so happy with it. And it is the first shawl that I have ever completed. Like I've said before, I started Stephen West's Mystery Knit Along last year. It was the second thing I ever cast on, and I didn't quite finish the pattern because I wasn't so keen on my colors or how the pattern finished, but this one I finished. I'm so excited, and I will have to cast on another shawl soon. Actually, I think it's going to be a poncho, but we'll see. Watch this space. Maybe next episode there'll be something else on the needles. So apart from working on this, the majority of my time has been spent working on my Sibella Pullover, which is a pattern by Carrie Bostic Hogue from, I have the book down here, from Mada Anthology 1. This is what the book looks like. And I have made some serious progress on this one. I'm so excited. It's in my field bag from Fringe Supply Co. in the most gorgeous blue, but I think I spoke about project bags more than enough last week. I love them. So I have, basically, you knit this jumper bottom up. I've knit the body and both the sleeves, and I'm just at the point where I have to join them and knit the yoke. So last time you saw this, which is about 2 weeks ago, I was at this little bunny. Isn't he adorable? He's like a little cookie. So he's from Sucre Miniatures. She makes beautiful little progress keepers and jewelry and all kinds of fun things. She has actually, I'm sorry, I say she, I don't know her name, but recently did a collaboration with Molly from a Homespun House. They did a Harry Potter club together, and I know that there's a Tim Burton club coming up, which I can't wait to see what colors they make, and what beautiful stitch markers they make to go along. Yeah, it's a very cool collaboration. But anyway, this is the body of my Sibella Pullover. I'm knitting it in Kristen Coe Chickadee in the Ordwin colorway. I have a tag. Please excuse it. It's currently stuck in my very scrappy notebook, but this is the tag for it. So it's 100% American wool. They're 50-gram balls, and they are 181 yards in each, made in the USA. So Kristen Coe is such a beautiful brand, and I've really enjoyed working. This is the second project I've made out of Chickadee, and it will not be the last because I still have a lot of it left, which I'm not complaining about. So for this one, I did my first ever, is it called a circular? No, tubular cast on, which gives this really lovely, rounded, professional edge to the work, and wasn't that hard, which was nice. I did have to follow instructions, obviously. I'd never done it before, and I'm not sure I could do it again without reading the instructions. Hopefully, eventually I will get there, but I am a long tail cast on girl, and that's basically what I've done since I started knitting on almost every project. But I really like this, so I'm going to attempt to use it in as many projects as possible and maybe memorize it. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm sure it'll happen one day. But yeah, so I have the body. I have not one sleeve, but 2 sleeves. And I extended them. They were meant to be 3/4 length, but I have made them, I believe it's called bracelet length. They don't come, whip one on for you. So I've designed it so they come just to my wrist. I don't want it to be a slouchy around my hand. Sorry, these are my increases. Yeah, I don't want that look, but I did extend the body a little bit because the silhouette, I find garments that cut me directly at my hips give me a funny body shape, and so I extended the body 1.5 inches. Not much, but I felt that the way it was sitting, it would look silly having an elongated body and still a shorter sleeve. So I made them full-length sleeves, which I'm really happy about, but I still wanted it to be neat because the lace work which goes across the yoke, which I'm about to start, is quite delicate. I'm sorry if you can hear scuffling. I have a puglet, a little pug pooch, who is chasing his tail over there. So I'm sorry if you can hear like him scratching and snorting. Pugs are cute, but they make lots of noise. I actually have another little puppy right here. She's pretty cute, but she's just napping next to me. This is Rose. Rose is a, I don't know, black and white bowl of fuzz. I can't remember what breed she is, but she's really cute and really docile and just likes to sit right next to you. So I have one chasing his tail and one napping, but they're both equally as cute, and she's gonna run away and take my bowl of wool, is she? Sit. She's very sweet. So this is Rose, and Alfred is my pug puppy. Yeah, so basically that is my Sibella Pullover. So hopefully this afternoon I will join that in the round and be able to put the yoke on, which is pretty exciting. I have never made a garment for an adult before. I made a romper for a baby, also out of the Kristen Coe tickety, but that is my first adult garment. I am very, very excited for it to be done, and I am knitting like a crazy woman on it because, like I said, we're coming into summer and it's going to be way too hot to be wearing a woolen jumper soon. So I want it done before the end of spring, because once summer hits, there's really no such thing as a cool evening or cool day. It's, you know, warm or ridiculously hot. So I really want that to be done. So hopefully next time I will be wearing my new Sibella Pullover. Lastly, what I worked on, dad's socks. So I made my dad a pair of socks for Father's Day. It's in my little project bag that I made myself. And they're out of the Wool Barn Strong Sock in the Grape Twist. Oh no, not Grape Twist, sorry. In the Graphite color, and it's a superwash 4-ply sock. 75 superwash wool, 25 nylon, 100-gram balls that have 400 yards in each. So I knit the body of the sock in the graphite, and then heels, toes, cuffs in tweed. I showed you these last week. They're super cute. In the blue tweed, which I have no idea what the ball band is for it, but love them. Fish lips, kiss heel. I did them on 2mm Addy Turbo sock rockets. Is that what they're called? Anyway, 2mm is my needle of choice. Now, I didn't get them finished for Father's Day. And they are still not finished. So on my dad's Father's Day card, he had a lovely little PS of I owe you one toe. And I still owe him a toe because I can't find the tiny, like it was a mini to begin with of the tweed, the blue tweed, and I can't find the tiny little ball to do the toe. So it may have to have a different colored toe. I'm not sure. I'm hoping I can track it down, but I haven't finished that sock because I can't find the wool. But it's just the one toe. It's so close to being finished. And so, yeah, but basically I've just been working on my pullover because exciting. Once this was done, which I also love, it was just pullover. Okay. So what I've been daydreaming about because once my Sibella Pullover is done, I will have basically empty needles. So I've been doing some planning. Katie from Inside23, she has a beautiful podcast, and she is a very creative, lovely soul, with this vibrant, vivacious personality that just comes across so well on screen. I adore her. I love hanging out with her and watching her podcast and knitting along. And she is starting a colorwork knit along for any colorwork project, new or existing. So she's allowing whips, which is pretty exciting. And I have been meaning to cast on a pair of mittens that were designed by Ani and Carlos. The pattern is in Knitting Scandinavian Style. This is the book, and this is the pattern. Aren't they adorable? So I told you, I'm daydreaming of winter. I'm not going to be able to wear these for months and months and months. But basically, this is the pattern I would like to knit. I am not planning, however, to knit them in the colors described. So that's the reverse side. So outside and above is the inside. I've never knit a pair of mittens before, but I have in my stash some beautiful Madeline Tosh. They're singles and they are divine. So these are the two colors. This one is called Morning Dove, and it is a beautiful blue-gray, which I adore. So I'm thinking of doing this as the main color, so what the white was. And then I have this, this color, which is called Electric Rainbow. And it is basically like they've dyed a rainbow of almost muted neons and then speckled it very heavily with black. Puppies, are you okay? Oh my goodness, I don't know what they're doing. Growling. Come on, guys. Stop. Stop. Yeah, sit. Okay. And yeah, so, sorry. So rather than doing the kind of multicolored rainbow effect, I wanted to see how this electric rainbow came up. So only using the two wools rather than the 6 different colors. I would have the main color as the blue, which is, I don't know if you can see any of it, but there is quite a bit of that in here. They're kind of in the same tone if you added more black. And the electric rainbow. So I'm gonna give it a go. If I hate it, I'll frog it and I'll do them as the pattern says. But I just thought it could look quite cool. I really like the, it almost looks like stained glass to me. Yeah, that's the picture again. I think it's really lovely. So the white will be in the blue, and then all the colors will be in the variegated rainbow. And hopefully it'll turn out nicely. And so I'm planning on entering that into Katie's color work along, of which I will find out the details and make them magically appear. So that's kind of what I've been daydreaming about to cast on. But yeah, I'm not sure how it'll turn out. But yeah, I will keep you posted. the other thing that I want to participate in is another knit along, and it is West Knit's Mystery Knit Along, which is starting at the beginning of October, I believe. So apart from a pair of socks, last year's Mystery Knit Along that Stephen West did, which was for the doodler, was the first thing I cast on. So it will kind of mark my first anniversary of being a knitter. So I thought I should sign up for that. I don't have any colors currently to show you because I don't have any in my stash that I want to use for this shawl. Last year I got very wrapped up in the excitement of the vibrant colors that Stephen uses and his collaboration with Hedgehog Fibers and those gorgeous neon craziness colors. It makes no sense, but you know what I mean. They're very bright, they're very vibrant. They're not very in keeping with my wardrobe. I wear black, gray, white, and navy. I'm kind of boring. And so last year, I think a lot of the problem I was having was I didn't like the colors I chose. I used a like fluorescent pink and some speckles and some greens, and so I think that was a lot of my problem is I didn't see the finished product as being wearable. I really enjoyed knitting it though, and I have worn it the way I finished it off in the end. Bless you. Sorry, sneezy puppies. I did like it, but this year I would like to use colors to begin with that I know I will wear and I know I will use. So I'm going to go with blacks, grays, and whites. But I haven't bought any yet. I'm considering dyeing some myself, because why not? I will let you know in my next podcast what I decide, but I'm definitely going to be participating in that cowl. And so I think that will fill up my needles adequately for the next month or so. I am going on a trip with my boyfriend in October to Hobart, which is the little island state to the south of Australia. So we're driving down the south coast, and then you jump on a big ferry boat, kind of like a cruise ship, park your car and you stay on there overnight, and then when you wake up in the morning you're in Tasmania. And we've got some really cool things planned down there. Tasmania is amazing. It is naturally beautiful as well as quite a hub for creative humans. So I'm really excited to show him around, and we're going to do some hiking. And anyway, I'll chat more about that when I actually go there. Hopefully I will be able to have some footage from that trip when we do take it. But I think the mittens and the mystery knit along will be perfect for that road trip, so I can hopefully get them both done. I now have 2 dogs sitting on all my stuff. You see her tail? She's being very cute. Anyway, so that's kind of all I have in terms of what I have been creating and crafting. And oh my, she wants cuddles. She's very persistent, aren't you, Rose? So that's kind of all I've been up to in terms of knitting. But I have noticed this last week or so that I spend a lot of time by myself, which I really like. But it's kind of fun because I don't have any real life friends who are makers necessarily. A lot of them dabble, but it's not like a predominant part of their life that I can hang out with. It's really lovely to have the podcasting community and the amazing humans who week in, week out, you get to sit and giggle with and yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to all the other podcasters out there who create this amazing community. I hope I'm adding to it in some kind of meaningful way, because they're awesome to hang out with. I'm sure you all know, if you've made it to find my little podcast, I'm sure that you, like me, spend a lot of time with the other very talented men and women who produce these little videos and create an online knitting group for those of us who don't have a real life one. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you if you're a podcaster for adding to this community. Hopefully I will see you again next week, the week after. This has kind of been a fortnightly podcast thus far, but who knows? Maybe coming into summer, I'll probably be less productive, so we'll see. But thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe so you can be notified when my next video does come out. But have an amazing week, month, year. Happy crafting, and thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me today. Bye.